So let me show you how to work the short rows if you want. So this is a part that you will work at the end of the length. If you want to have the front side shorter than the back side with the short rows, I already work one short row. You will begin on the front, on the right side, on a right side row. You will work the right side row until the end, almost the end, because you will leave out 4 stitches. And now let me show you 1 2 3 4. I will leave out 4 stitches again. So in each, and one short row, it is completed when you work one right, one wrong side row, because on the right side you finish on one side. When you go back on the back side, you will finish the other one. So 1 2 3 4. I have 1 and 2. Of course, on this 4 we won't work the pattern stitch, so I will just work right one. So of my 4 I work 1. This is the German short row. I think I said it before, with the yarn in front, with the always yarn in front, on wrong side, on the wrong side or right side. With the yarn in front, I will pass this last stitch, and they then pull on the back side and pull until you will have here 2 fits, 2 vertical bars. Okay, now this is my trick. I always put a marker around this too, because when you will work them all, the stitches, okay, because the last row of the of these short lines will be the row where you will work 2 rows again. So we always talk about 2 rows when we talk about the short rows. 1 row we finish, we end up with less stitches here, 4 or 3. So you can work with 4, but here I am working with 4 just because it's... And now I will just continue on working my way back. So my second row of my short row. So I have, or it's not the second step, okay, of my second short row. And I will go ahead and work like this for as many rows as I want, okay, or as many rows as they are written in the written instructions. So that's it. Now I will show you at the end of this second step, because that was the first step, this is the second step of the second short row, because I already worked the first one. How to do it on the wrong side too. It's really easy. I love German short rows, or always work with German short rows, and that's it. It's pretty easy. We just have to pay attention a little bit, but as I said before, it's pretty easy. Now I will be back to show you how to work it on the wrong side. I am almost at the end of my second short row. I only have 5 stitches more to work, and I just want to show you. So can you see it? This is my 1 2 3 4. I have 2. It's like, it looks like I have 2 stitches, but it's only 1, okay? That's why I always put the marker, because it can be a little bit confusing, at least for me. Okay, now I have again 4. The same thing, work the first of these 4 and then turn your work. Turn your work, and with the yarn in front, always with the yarn in front, pass your stitch that you've just worked. Then put the yarn on the back and pull, 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 pull. until you will have here two things here, two, like exactly like two stitches. Okay, then take one marker and just put it like this. Believe me, it is very, very nice and easy when you will work. So this is 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I have 2 here and 2 here. This means that I just concluded 2 short rows with 4 normal rows. Okay, don't forget that. Now I will go ahead, I will begin my 3rd short row. On the front side you go until you have the last 4 stitches, then you go back with the 2nd step on the wrong side until you have your 4 stitches, and so on. Okay, so I am working the last 2 rows. The last 2 rows of the short rows are the rows where we need to work actually till the end. And to work like this, we just when we work the first one, so this one on the right side, we need to pay a little bit attention. Now let me just show you. I work 7 completed short rows, which means 14 rows, because you know, as I've told you before, it's a pair of 2 rows, knit and purl, on right side and wrong side. So this is a stitch of the short row, the turning stitch. I will take off the marker, yarn over, insert hook into it and work it through both legs. Okay, very important. And then the other 2. Okay, that's it. Now I will go ahead and work one more, so both legs, don't forget, it's very important. We have here 2 legs, 1. Okay, this is the 2nd. That's why I put marker, because if you don't want to put, it's okay, but can you see here, you can see 2 stitches, but are 2 legs of the first stitch. That's why it's a little bit confusing. I used to work like this, and for me it's very, very easy. Now this is the other one. Use the yarn over and work through both legs, and okay, and 1 and 2. Okay, that's it. And when I come back, I will work all the stitches on the wrong side too. Okay, so till the end I will go. And next row will be the beginning of the border. For the border, we will work, I began with a knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl to the end. This is the first row. It's actually the double seed stitch. Really easy. From my point of view, just perfect for this border. It's like this. Okay. So, purl, knit, purl to the end. Finish the neck line to the border, sorry, neck border too, and I'm almost ready. What I want to do is to show you a beautiful way, elastic way of joining, of binding off actually. So that's it. Let me just show you. It's really, really easy, but it's very good when you need a nice elastic bind off. Now I will only knit, so 1 and 2. So I need 2. Then insert the left needle and from the front work both, knit, okay, and then knit the other one. We have 2 stitches, insert the left needle and knit from the front. Again, knit, insert through both and knit from the front. So you know, knit front and back. Now we need to knit back from the back, sorry, actually. So knit one, insert needle, left needle through both and from the back. So we already have on the back our right needle, just knit, and you will just have this lovely, beautiful way of elastic border. It's like this. That's all. Now the next part will be just about the sleeves. How to knit the sleeves with this bamboo stitch, which is not difficult, but anyway, I just want to explain you how to knit in the round with the bamboo stitch. Oh, it's so lovely, so lovely. Look, can you see it? It's nice and elastic and it's just perfect. Okay, that's all. See you at the second part. As for the sleeves, I use the magic loop technique, and I really love this technique. I really tried with the small circumference needles. These are 23 centimeters, so really tiny, and it goes well, I can say. I like it. Anyway, I always go for magic loop. I don't know why. I tried other methods, so like this one of small circle, tiny. This is really tiny circumference needles, but for me, magic loop remains the perfect way of working small circumference. I don't know why, but maybe for some of you magic loop is a little bit frightening, but I don't think you have to, because it's not difficult. Now, of course, I already began here, but you just, let me tell you. So you insert the needle here, and you just must be pay attention of the number of stitches that you put, because must be a even number. You know, we have the bamboo stitch, which is a pair. It is worked in pairs, so you need a even number, and that is the most important thing. Actually, here I have 29 pairs, and I put 15 on one side and 14 on the other side, so I don't have exactly the same number of stitches, but this is not important. The most important thing, so the important thing is to have the number of stitches a even number, because we work in pair. So you already have the number of pairs that left from the division of the yoke, and then you will take one more. You will have one more here and one more on the other side from the raglan increase, so you will need one more to create a pair. Okay, so we will just take, because here we have the stitches that we added underarm when we divided, and from those stitches you just take some to create another number of pairs. Okay, actually I have, I don't know, I think I put, let me, three more pairs without 3, 4, 5 with the pair that I created for the raglan stitch that I have here. Okay, so 5 more pairs. That's why I have a odd number of pairs, but while it's on the odd number is of pairs, we don't have problems, but of stitches must have a even number. Okay, now how to work with it? You will insert the needle here, you will begin here. Okay, you go until you reach half of your, so here you will go until here, then you will reach half of the sleeve, half of the sleeve. And sorry, it's not here, it is somewhere here, and yes, it's here. Okay, half. Then, so you are here with your needle, then you pull all the cable off exactly as you see it here, and you just insert the other needle and go back. Okay, so you will have this position at the end. Okay, so not with the other needle, with the same needle, sorry. So you go like this, then pull all, because we need to divide. Okay, and then you go back. Okay, and you will be in this direction. You will be like this when you finish. So only with one needle. I was wrong, sorry. I don't want to confuse you. Only with one needle you go up, then you pull the needle, so you have all the cable here, and then we'll go back here on the same part, so where you began. Okay, and then you can add your yarn and go ahead and work. So you will have this. Okay, the yarn must be on the back needle, and you will always, so you when you work around the bamboo stitch, you will work a bamboo stitch pattern, row round, and then a normal knit round. So always put the yarn in between the needles when you begin. Okay, you will always begin like this and just pull this one. We always pull this one. Okay, we must have a long cable. This is, I think, 100 centimeters. Okay, 100 to 150 centimeter must be okay. It will works. Okay, it will work, sorry. So I already worked the bamboo pattern, so now I will just work normal. So insert hook, needle into your first stitch, and then when you work the first stitch, just be sure that you work it nice and tight. Okay, but not nice and tight when you work it, because this stitch we don't want to pull it too much. Okay, so this is the first. Now I will just continue on working all the stitches till the end of half round, because we are working in round. Why? So half round, we have half cable on this side, half cable on this side. I take both like this. I like to take to keep them while working. It's fantastic, this magic loop. Okay, I just go on. And another very important thing, don't forget that you have two halves to work, because actually it's very important, this aspect, when you work with the pattern stitch, because one completely round, it is worked, it is knit, and the other completely round, it is bamboo stitch. So this is only a half. Just be sure. I always put a marker here just to be sure that this is the beginning. Anyway, you have the yarn here, the tail, but just be sure. Here you are at the half of your round. Now turn like this, just like this, and pull the cable until you have the same position to begin. Okay, now yarn in the middle of the needles, very important, and in the middle of the needles like this, and we are ready to begin the second part of the same round. So pull and go ahead and work. Don't pull too tight the yarn, the working yarn, while working this very first, okay? Work this, and now you can just pull, okay? And go ahead and go to the end. And now we will have one round finished, okay? It is very important, because if you work half of your round and you forget that you work only a half and you begin from the other half with the bamboo stitch, oops, this is a problem. So that's why I'm telling you it's very important to be sure. So just check, okay? Double check if you want to be sure that you are at the end or where you are, okay? Because we work in halves, two halves, obvious. We work in half. Okay, so here I am, ready. Pull the cable, okay? And now I go back. So you just like this and like this, always, okay? Because if you go like this, you just make something that you don't need. Okay, that's all. I work a normal round, sorry. Now I will begin with the bamboo. To begin with the bamboo, just yarn over and just begin. Work 2, and now the yarn over, okay. Now when you begin the round and the other side, oops, and the other, not only the round but also the other side, just be sure you are not working very loose. So not tight, but let's say neither loose. This is very important, because if you work too loose, you will have ugly holes on these two parts, and you really don't want them, okay? These are my tricks for working the magic loop, and hope that they will help you, okay, to master magic loop. Because believe me, it's once you learn it, you have no problems, really no problems. So now I am at the end of the first half. I have to work one half more with the bamboo stitch, okay? So don't forget this. Okay, here we are. Perfect. So one stitch more, one half more, okay? I'm like this, take the cable and pull, 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 pull until you are, okay. I am like this, and now boom, sorry, like this. And begin with the other half, like this. As you can see, I don't work with a high tension as I used to work, okay? But anyway, I keep a little bit of tension, okay? Even here. And now I just go ahead and work the second part of my round. And that's it. Okay, so hope you will enjoy working this. It's really not very easy, but as I said, for an intermediate, strong intermediate, even for a strong beginner, it's perfect, because it's not very difficult. Of course, you will have to work the bamboo stitch, to learn the bamboo stitch very well, then you won't have problems. I am sure. So happy knitting. Bye. So look what I did. When I finished the 3/4 sleeve, and then I finished the other one, I still had left one of these and exactly the same size, another one of rose, of pink. So I said, okay, what can I do? I just want to make it longer, the sleeve. So I came up with this idea. So just I want to show you how to take the stitches from this part on the wrong side, because you will just work it with the magic loop technique exactly as you did for the entire sleeve. So I already did on this side. You must know how many stitches you have all around. I have 58. So here I have 29, a half. Okay. I began, let me show you. I began here. I'm gonna just go ahead and take some stitches. Okay. Sorry, like this. I began here. And now I'm here. Middle, half of is the sleeve. Now pull like this, turn exactly as you have to do for the sleeve too. Okay, turn. Now we are ready to begin on the other side. More or less the same, not more or less, the same thing, and obvious the same number of stitches. Okay, 1, 2, try to keep all at the same level, 3. Okay, so just fold like this, so to be sure that you are more or less at the same level. Okay, 5. I just go ahead and work like this, and then I will begin to work with the magic loop technique in stockinette stitch, and then I work at the end a little bit with the I only purled a little bit for the border, and that's all. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10,